Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega. We're here discussing on the final Legendary Lord for the new upcoming DLC for the Dwarfs of Decay for Total War Warhammer 3. And that will be Malakai Makaisson. I forgot the last name. But if you have yet to watch the other previous showcase and the discussion of the last two Legendary Lords, which is Elspeth, which I finally learned her name, Elspeth von Draken, and for the Empire, and Termacon, the Maggot Lord, for Nurgle. And this would be for Malakai Makaisson for the Dawi, or the Dwarves. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. All right, this discussion will be introduced from CA blog. So, first thing first, greetings. This week we are delving into the final Legendary Lord to arrive in Thrones of Decay. For doing otherwise would end up with each and every one of our names in the Damaz Kron. Wait, otherwise doing otherwise would end up what? The dwarves are taking grand engineering to the next level, and with the caliber of mighty machines this guy builds, you'll be advised not to find yourself in the great book of grudges. Introducing Malakai Makaisson. Alright, so I said it right. Okay. Alright, Damaz Kron. I'm guessing it's some type of book or list, or maybe place. But I'm thinking it's like a book, or it's in their native language or something. So I'm not familiar with this. Let me know comment down below what is Damaz Kron. All right, continue on with Malakai Makaisson. See, we got some. I'm guessing this is him. Look like his any other engineer. If I'm not mistaken, he is the son of Ungrim. Or no, I think that's the legendary hero. Okay, we'll see. This technological savvy legendary lord Malakai Makaisson was once a member of the Engineers Guild, wherein he built the ironclad Unsinkable, which sank, and an airship Indestructible, which blew up, as a result of these errors, costing many dwarven lives in the process. Makaisson was ejected with great shame and took the Slayer's Oath in turn. Now, I don't know what is the Slayer's Oath, but I'm guessing it's a serious thing that they do to uphold in order to accomplish some great feats, achievement or something. I don't know precisely, but if anyone knows, you can also comment down below and tell me more about this. And the fact that he built an airship, but that have crash and stuff like that. I'm guessing that was one of the new units that we're gonna see in the upcoming DLC. Otherwise, it's I don't know why it doesn't have, like, they didn't try to test it out with with dummies and stuff like that. But we'll see if they explain that a little bit or not. At a glance, let me bring it down a little bit more. At a glance, hear what he brings to the dwarf. Slayer. Okay, don't all the dwarves bring slayers? Slayer. As a Slayer, Malakai is unbreakable, whilst also benefiting from all the advantage that Slayers bring to the battlefield. Okay. Engineer. As an engineer, Malakai supports missile units with an array of abilities that increases capabilities to wreak havoc and doom on the enemy. So, I don't know. Based on what he might be a hybrid, and not only that, might be a new hybrid that he's like a melee and what is that thing called? A specialist missile unit. Like, yeah, because engineer is not considered as a missile unit; they're considered as in my opinion, a specialist. He might be a hybrid. Who knows? We'll see down the line. Spirit of Grundy. The Spirit of Grundy enables recruitment for Malakai's forces, supporting infrastructure and ability to call in support during the battle from the famed airship itself. Interesting. The Spirit of Grundy. I don't know if that's the same as the Ancestor where Belagor started off with, or it might be an airship itself that is they're bringing. That could be it, or like it, just like what's that thing called? The Twilight, Sister Twilights when they call in their dragon. I think it's called. Damn, I forgot the name of the dragon. It's been a while. It's been like what, 2 years? So what was it? The dragon, or you can switch it around with the eagle as well. That could be like something similar like that. Malakai's adventures by completing preparation and improving different war machines and artillery. Malakai can push the feats of his engineering prowess in epic battles and earn valuable upgrades for the spirit of Grundy. Sound like a, you know what it sound like? It sound like upgrades like you'll get in if you ever play StarCraft 2, when you do those mission when you play with others as a, oh man, what is that thing? It's like it's a co-op mission. Yeah, like you select a hero or lord, what they a commander. I'm sorry, and they have special ability that it could be brought upon. Like this feel like you bring down the battle cruise and stuff like that. That's why what it felt like. But it said by completing preparation and improving different war machine and artillery. So I'm guessing it's going to be like similar like Elspeth von Darken armory, except it's going to be like more focused on war machines and artilleries. And can push the features of his engineer prowess and oh, okay, I thought he was going to say engineers, but yeah, okay. Despite his reputation, Makaisson continued to invent, tinker, and create new tools of the trade after his exit, taking another crack at an airship with the much more successful Spirit of Grundy, as well as the vicious Goblin Hooer, an axe-flinging war machine. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There was a artillery that I saw we saw in the trailer. When they announced it, it was some type of machine that was throwing axe. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's gonna be like a long distance artillery, a war machine. I feel like it's gonna be like a special war machine that just shoot like a certain range, like maybe like 90 to like 100, 120. I feel like that's how far it's gonna shoot out. I don't see it as shooting like obviously like long range. In battle, Malakai Makaisson serves the dwarfs. Oh wait, and then I mentioned this because he mentioned something about continuing to invent and tinker and create new tools. So I'm thinking like, if I'm not mistaken, the Dawi have access to these stores, or so to say, to create weapons and items and runes with off golds. And I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they're called. The system, the mechanic is called. So it might be similar to that. He might have something of his own. Maybe not. But we'll see how that work out. In battle, Malakai Makaisson serves the dwarfs as an ranged support lord. Serve the dwarfs as a ranged support lord, tossing explosives toward the enemy with the Cinder Blast cluster bomb, blasting them to bits with his triple barrel repeater. And if those pesky greenskins get too close for dwarf and comfort, smacking them in the face with a massive spanner. I don't know what's a spanner, so I'm assuming. As a matter of fact, let's look at this. So yeah, we can see the triple barrel. I see that. And we could see, I don't see what would be a spanner, but something's here. I don't know if that's part of the belt or anything, but I don't know. Very interesting. So I guess it's he's going to be, where is it? He's going to be more of a ranged support lord. So I'm guessing he's not going to be, he might be decent in melee because it says here that he's going to be benefiting from all the advantage that Slayers bring to the battlefield. Or it's just only their benefits, their advantage, not his melee stats. But he's unbreakable, so it might be, yeah. It might be only the benefits, not the melee stat. But that's also advantages that benefit. I don't know. Is he a hybrid or not? Because it says here as a ranged support lord. So we'll, only in due time. He can reduce the reload time of the artillery and increase their accuracy with the artillery master passive. Plus, he prepared with some special firepower in the form of deranged munition skill. With it, he can target a specific allied. Wait, what? He could target a specific allied missile unit to increase their missile strength and imbue them with magical attack. Okay, yeah, that is okay. That's interesting because if I'm not mistaken, they're not too keen with magics. Rune, yes, but not magic. Um, yeah, and then I'm guessing the passive ability is going to be a range of 35 to 55. It's not going to be map wide. That's a shame. So you're going to see him like more in the back line to support, to really use him for if you have artillery. And not only artilleries, but also, let me see. Yeah, I guess it's only artilleries, not nothing about missile units. Hmm. Hmm. And it's in the form of deranged munition skill. So I'm guessing is something like a ammunition, just like the Sets of Twilight when you choose from single to multi, which I mentioned before. Let me see. You could target a specific allied unit, missile unit to increase their. Oh no! I'm sorry. So this is no. So it doesn't change the ammunition. It makes the ammunition missile strength stronger, and it's imbued with build them with magical attack. Okay. All right, so that's good. Uh, One thing I would like to take offense with the Dawi, I would recruit jet lines. Yeah. So what we got here might be a new units over here. Can't say for sure, but that's him taking action. But that's not all. With the eyes of grunting item, I'm guessing that's what it is right there. That we have. With the eyes of grunting item, Makaisson emits an area effect buff to nearby allies, increasing their missile damage and strength. Oh my! I'm sorry, missile damage and range. That's crazy. It doesn't say passively, nor does it say actively. So when you have the item, it emits an area of pets buff to nearby allies, increasing. Okay, so can't tell for sure if it's passively or active, but I do know for sure you need this item. It might be one of his quest item. And Makaisen knows the importance of good war machine maintenance. So with the Makaison's persuader item, he can keep he can keep any war machine topped up with a replenish ammunition and a single target heal effect. As soon as it says the importance of war machine maintenance, I already knew like he got something like in help it boost open. Like they need something like a regen of some type, and I can understand like they don't have it for their units, but it'll be great for their war machine and as a maintenance, just like how Necrotech can replenish construct units. What else? Yeah, it's like such like stuff like that. That's really good. That's gonna be very useful for him. It's gonna be he might be very fun. The only character I played in the Dwarfs was Dorgrim, but it was only like for like few. I would say like what up to like 12 turns, not even 20. And it's not that he was born or anything like that. It's just like I quit because like I don't see it. Like you have to be very defensive, and it's just like it bores the freak out of me. But and then the second dwarf lord was Iron Brown Doric Iron Brown, and I was actually like doing good with him, but except I wasn't like focusing on his victory condition. It was more like I was just fucking around. So that was a thing. Um, Continuing. Beyond battle, Malakai Makaisson has other goals in mind to push forward both his oath as a slayer and history as an inventor. So he may have like two ambition, or maybe two victory type of victory condition. That would be very interesting to see. That is his adventure. That may be the foreshadowing of his campaign. Malakai Adventure. Let's take a look. What that? Ooh, Malakai's. Oh, it actually is called Malakai's Adventure. Look at the UI of this. Interesting. He has something already completed. Upkeys 3,000. Off gold 153. We're trying to see how maybe friendly this may be. I think I see some cooldown, or is that a resource that had to be put in? You see here it says 76%. So I'm guessing something like a what is that thing called? Like the Skaven, when they have a certain percentage of like when it go down and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe. Oh, maybe this is just a progress, but we'll see. We can't fully see this, at least now on my end. It's not that clear. See, win the following battle with Malakai Makaisson army, legendary battle, Dragonbane. If I'm not mistaken, Dragonbane, it was a talisman item, and it's on common. No, it's common. Is it common or uncommon? I think it's common, and we're just like trash item. Oh, maybe it's called Dragon's Gem, the one that gives you like what 25% of resistance, which is like whatever. And it shows here the part reward Dragonhide cloaks, passive ability, all inspiring sight for the Spirit of Grundy army ability. Shows here legendary battle reward. Oh, it's right here. And then Dragonbane. So I'm guessing, expected foe, dragons and Dragon Prince. So who are we going against? Emmerich. Upgrading units, cannons, and it shows here units, unit mission reward. So I'm guessing you get 2 type of reward. Reload time reduction minus 10% for cannons, all armies faction 1. Units experience gain minus 25% for cannon units. Grape shots. Yeah. Now we have 2 armies that's just dealing with grape shot. Everybody love grape shot, I guess. Ammunition switch for cannon units. Oh, they have grape shot. Okay. Recruit rank +2 for cannons. All armies faction 1. These, not gonna lie, lately these Legend Lords are having very interesting rewards that entice you to get, that will make a difference when you have them in your army. And it looked like these are different symbols, so I'm guessing according to which quest battle you do, will be depending on the enemies. Like this will be dragons, so I'm guessing the high elves. This would be demons, so it could be anything from Khorne to Slanesh, Nurgle, or Tzeentch. Khorne, Slanesh, Nurgle, Tzeentch. Okay, that's all 4, yeah. Or even Demon of Chaos. Trash. Then we got that look like wood elves. That could be it. Oh, Grand Cathay look like a dragon head. Maybe not. Green skin vampire counts. No, it gotta be bad guys. So it could be the what else? Well, what else is more neutral? In my opinion, I don't know if they're bad or good. So what would that be? I can't get a good look. What would look like that? Yeah, the only thing I could think of is what else? Obviously green skin, and then this one I can't tell from here. Anything that I could think of? It looked like 3 rockets sticking out. Don't know. Oh well. Oh, definitely Skaven. That's obvious. So there's 2 army faction race I cannot recognize. But since this is high elf, so it might be the symbol based on one of the units. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're still on Malakai's adventures. Okay. Slayers often seek a glorious death in battle, whether it be against the strongest of beast and monster or in the fierce of battles. They feel it will absolve them of their sins. Malakai Makaisson is one such slayer, but he is not satisfied with death without innovation, and those his engineering ways rear their head in Malakai's adventures. As an engineer, Makaisson uses his opportunity to upgrade his arsenal for use in these battles, on fulfilling his oath along the way. That's interesting. So, like, because he's a slayer, he can't really commit to dying in a battle without being satisfied that he had done his best of coming up with ideas or inventions and stuff, which is very interesting to see. Upon learning of excuse me, I think my voice cracked that. Upon learning of a legendary foe somewhere on the known world, Makaisson prepared himself for battle, and won't begin until the enemy is aptly researched through a series of smaller conflicts, and his arsenal has the right tools for the job. Wait a second. Okay, so I'm guessing you had to do mini quests to get to that point. And that's what it seemed like that's what it's leading up to. And then you're able to take the quest. Like it's like I'm pretty sure it's like quest battle when you had to do miniature stuff like build a building, sack this many settlement, axe Ariel out, bang Marathi, and then you summon, shit like that. But I think that's what made be like that. Like the scheme right here is like not unlock. Maybe it is. No. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's unlocked or something. Well, maybe that might be the final one. Hold on, let's check this again. So it looked like, yeah. Well, on this part, it looked like everything's done. Or yeah, because that's a check mark. Mm. Yeah, you see the escaping one is like locked out. I don't know why. But we may figure out once we actually play the game. Then let's see, what was it? Oh, okay. Wait, where are we? Okay, perhaps he hears tales of the greenskins on a hunt to track down a fearsome creature, discovery and destruction of which would bring great glory to Malakai Makaisson. But with Dwarfen scouts tracking the Greenskins' growing crusade, the Dwarfs must be ready for war as they begin work on the Goblin Hooer, tearing across the region, enhancing the war machine's strength with the spoils of good battle. I want to. Oh, let me read it. If the dwarfs are successful in defeating in the legendary battle, Makaisson is rewarded with something new, something to bolster the ability of his greatest creation ever. Now, I wonder if the Goblin Hero would do bonus versus Greenskin, or that could be too vague for a unit. Maybe, maybe not. Spirit of Grundy. Alright, so I'm guessing this doesn't look like the one that we saw in the trailer, because the one in the trailer was blue. And yeah, it was blue and it looks a little bit bigger than this. I don't know if it's bigger. But so I'm guessing this might be just an army ability. We'll see. First used to evade the Skaven forces that struck Whistland in a mass. This flying fortress of ferocity is the peak of Dwarfen engineering, and yet Malakai Makaisson wants to push this masterful creation further. By achieving victory in his venture, as explained above, Makaisson can improve the Spirit of Grundy with valuable upgrades to the famed airship. The Spirit of Grundy can support Makaisen's force in a wide area on the campaign map, quickly ferrying supplies and forces around the known world. It grants him access to snappy recruitment, infrastructural support, and may be called into battle itself to support the war effort down below. This one built to last. So I might be right that it's an army ability, and not only that, you could also use it in camp. It's also being used in a campaign map. So it says here like it support Makaisson forces in a wide area of the campaign map, quickly ferrying supplies and forces around the known world. So, how will you say that? Maybe it's just a background to it, and it's just a more mechanic type, and you just don't see it. It's more like, it'll take you there and stuff. And you know what I think it is? It could. Okay, this isn't. This is just theoretically. A theory. This might be similar to Aspeth von Draken. What is that thing called? The Black Garden. I think it's called Black Garden, the Moore's Garden, something like that. And I think what happened is that you can actually use that ability or upgrade that ability to able to hitchhike to certain location. I feel like that might be the case. Very similar to the Garden Moor, maybe. Is anything missing here? Yeah, because they won't even show anything here, so you can't see it. We do see a rune. I'm thinking that this might give you the availability of what rune that you use. I don't know. Enough with that. let's go with the next one because I saw somebody interesting. I'm guessing this is the legendary lord. I mean hero. Garagrim Ironfist. This must be the Ungrim Ironfist son. Garagrim Ironfist, the one and only son to Ungrim Ironfist of Slayer King fame, is the War-mourner of Kadrin and has achieved legendary hero status. By embracing the life of a slayer and leaving behind his father's courtroom for the shrine of Grimnir, Garagrim took on the role of War-mourner, serving in the king's stead during battle, and accepting that great honor as his own, as a slayer is often wont do. Garagrim awaits his demise at the hands of a worthy foe and seeks to tend to the shrine of Grimnir until that day comes. So, hold on. Grimnir took the role of War-mourner, serving in the king's stead during. So I'm guessing like he fight for the king instead of the king will do it himself. If there's an opportunity, I guess he'd fight for him. And then I guess there's a new role called War-mourner. At least that's the... Wait. Is there a Slayer hero? I don't think so. I know there's an engineer. And there's a runesmith. So is this a new type of hero? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't think there's a Slayer hero. I don't remember that. I know there's an engineer, or that's what they call. I think it's called an engineer, and I do know there's a runesmith. But I don't think there's a thing called anything that's related to Slayer. So I'm guessing this is a new hero type, a War-mourner. Maybe, maybe not. In battle, Garagrim Ironfist is an anti-infantry powerhouse built to tear down large groups of enemies with his axe of Kadrin. Rune-etched weapons that are chained to his wrist so that he never misplaced them. Oh, he's like Kratos, huh? Let me see that. Yeah. He's like Kratos. Oh, yeah. Those who do not know, Kratos was his red rune. Well, what Kratos had was not red in the introduction. Well, before the game started, he made it blue. It was blue at first. So they decided like it wasn't enough that they need to make him like more angry, more vicious and stuff like that. So that's why they turned it into red. They turned into red. So it was blue at first. Imagine Kratos that had blue stuff. You would not take him serious. No one would. Let's see here. But the fact they have rune-etched weapon, I'm guessing there's going to be some type of rune ability that he have with his weapon. He grants passive weapon strength and magical attack to his nearby allies with the War-mourner. Can spin... Wait, with the War-mourner? What the hell? With the War-mourner? I'm guessing that's the name of the ability. Can spin on a spot with his chain axe to deal a circle of damage thanks to a hurricane of death. Gains a war save that grows intensity with Wars of Grimnir, and enters a melee attack and weapon strength boost to state the more he kills as the Slayer of Legend. So it looks like you have a lot of abilities and special ability. It says he took on the role of War-mourner. So I'm guessing at this point this is a role for a hero. And then it says here he grants a passive ability. He grants passive weapon strength and magical attack to his nearby allies with the War-mourner. So either his weapon is also called War-mourner. Well, no, hold on, let me see. No, it's called Axe of Kadrin. So I'm guessing this is the name of his weapon. All right. And I'm guessing this is a passive ability called the War-mourner. Can spin on a spot with his chain axe to deal a circle of damage thanks to the Hurricane of Death. I'm guessing this is a active ability. Gains its war save that grows intensity with Wars of Grimnir. So this is another passive ability. So something similar like the more, like he said, the more he kills, the more war save he increases. I'm pretty sure it goes up to 10%. If it goes more than that, that's crazy. Enters a melee attack and weapon strength boost stated the more he kills as a Slayer of Legend. So I'm guessing this is another passive ability called Slayer of Legend that gives him melee attack and weapon strength. So not only get weapon strength with magic attack nearby as passively, we also get himself melee attack and weapon strength the more he kills. That might make him like really strong. I'm pretty sure they're gonna nerf him. But depending how the stat will work, how much they're giving him, because it says here he could shred infantry. He's a powerhouse, like groups of enemies. So that's gonna be interesting. He got a lot of abilities, which is really good. The honors are all his, which he needs to, because he had no mount. He's pretty slow. I mean, he's not slow. He's a dwarf. He's not gonna be fast, and so he just needs every arsenal in his inventory that can help fight off the new updated units and race and factions. Slayers of demons and dragons. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say this. The honors all his. Oh wait, or did I say that already? I don't remember. Slayers of demons and dragons. To keep the battle flowing on all fronts, Makaisson recruits a new hero. New lord and hero to bolster the Dwarf Empire. So we got a new lord, generic lord, and a generic hero. New. Oh wow, they're not called slayers. They're called the Demon Slayer. Interesting. They're called Demon Slayer. That's crazy. A new generic lord for the dwarves, smashed through countless trolls, giants, and dragons to the point where in the present it's just old hat for them. Having felled so many beasts in the past, the Demon Slayer commits to taking down the mightiest foe of all, the demons of chaos. With a loose grip on sanity, the Demon Slayer is a frightening leader, driven mad by his own shameful curse of a continued survival against all odds. So I'm guessing he might have a perk or advantage against trolls, giants, and dragons. I feel like when I say giants, I say dragon already. Or he will have like a special ability that go against any large unit, because these are all large. So that might be the case as well. Or might be like a skill tree line that says fighting against demons of chaos, anything that called or in large units, you get a certain amount boost range. Who knows? That just me adding on in a theory, but we may see him in combat how he really play. As a melee specialist lord, the Slayer excel as bona fide. Hold on.
Bona fide.
All right, I said it right. Bona fide demon killer, dealing magical attack intrinsically. If I'm not mistaken, we looked this up, and it means essentially, and buffing nearby slayers as their leader. Oh, okay, cool. With the active ability, A Glorious Death, this lord triggers an effect that makes both himself and slayers around him unkillable for a short time. Interesting. When at last he is beset by a true warrior, the passive ability, a worthy foe grants him the increased melee attack and weapon strength when fighting an enemy that inflicts terror. So I'm guessing like when he reached a certain amount of health, his passive ability will trigger, which causes a worthy foe grants him increased melee attack and weapon strength, and when fighting an enemy that inflicts terror. When fighting an enemy, wait a second. When fighting an enemy inflicts terror. So I'm guessing not when health gets low. I'm guessing when an enemy can inflict terror, his passive ability grants him a melee attack and weapon strength. At least that's how I see it in this sentence. Which is, that's really interesting. And Glorious of Death is very similar to Bound by Oath, or some shit like that, like the Kislev. But it says here an active ability. So I'm pretty sure he could keep on using it. So it's not going to be like a one-time thing. And I'm guessing that's not him. Wait, is it him? Because it shows here he got 2 weapons, but it shows here he got 1 weapon. Either that might be a different variation of him, or yeah, that might be the Dragon Slayer, a new generic hero. Oh no. Oh, okay. No, that's the hero version. Okay, it's just that I'm not. Okay, it says it right here. Slayers of demons and dragons. Okay, so this is the Dragon Slayer, which is generic lord, and this is the Demon Slayer, which is the generic lord, and then this is the Dragon Slayer, which is the generic hero. The Dragon Slayer, a new generic hero for the dwarf. Actually, let's take a look at him. So I'm guessing this is either the new unit or the Spirit Grundy. So it could be vice versa. I could have sworn it was supposed to be blue. But I'm guessing it might be a different faction that was using those 2 units. It was during the trailer, so it wasn't my fault getting it wrong. Alright. It's a rarity in and of itself, often traveling alone and shunning all contact with their fellow dwarves. The Slayer of Dragons searches far and wide for the fire-breathing beasts, ready to bring about their end. As a melee specialist hero, the Dragon Killer of the Dwarves is built for felling large entities, is resistant to flaming attacks, nice, and like the Demon Slayer, is searching for a worthy foe to destroy. So I'm guessing you have like very similar abilities, like the passive ability, because it says it right here, a worthy foe, and they already capitalize it. So I'm guessing he have a passive ability like this. Not only that, he is resistant to flaming attacks. So I don't know if the generic lord is like that too, or maybe not. It says here, is built for felling large entity. I like how they use felling instead of killing or destroying. I'm guessing they gotta be careful what they say online. I'm guessing he's gonna have like a bonus versus large. And I mean, he have bonus versus large, right? Yeah, obvious. It's a Slayer. I think all Slayer have bonus versus large. A mighty doom awaits. But resistant to flaming attacks is a different story as well. Might be a must when you go against demons of Khornes, especially Khornes, Tzeentch, and let's see, Chaos Dwarfs. And who else? Who else causes a lot of fire damage? I can't think of it. These are the top of my head. Then we got Doomseeker. I'm guessing these are very interesting. What the hell? Is these a machine or what the hell am I looking at? Okay, no, they're going against. They got to be going against the Chaos Dwarf. Because this might be the... Damn, I forgot what their demons called. It's the machine... The Kadai's units. There we go. That might be the case. But these are called Doomseekers, so I'm guessing these are new types of Slayers. Doomseekers are the lone wolves of the Dwarf army. Huh? With magic-resistant wards tattooed all over their body for protection. Their unhinged minds are made dangerous by the axe attached to the chains as their weapon of choice, like Garagrim, Ironfist before them, for some serious damage. Which you can see, like this guy is like, I guess like one of his sync kill. It's like you throw it. You could jump up and then throw it against the ground, and then just causing like I guess a miniature splash damage, and then just run into towards them. With Whirlwind of Death, a Doomseeker spins around on the spot to create a dwarven vortex of pain, dealing major damage to enemies within range as it blends them into chunks, and they serve as a fine addition to any army looking to bring the wards of Grimnir to the front line, boosting their war save as more blood is spilled. Even the Slayers are known to keep their distance from these Seekers of Doom. So yeah, so I'm guessing like this is some variation of Slayers. Doesn't seem like it, or it's just maybe just a regular. I wouldn't say regular, but like more like a damage dealer, Chaos Warrior. That could be it. So they either a variation of Slayers or a damage dealer warrior chaos. I mean, why am I saying warrior chaos? Um, d- um, dwarf warriors, stuff like that. All I know is a damage dealer. That's all you need to know. Just like how you have corn warriors when they have the sword and shield, but they also have the damage dealer one. I think this was like two bladed. Yeah, the one without the shield. It's just like similar like that. That's how I see it as. But I feel like they're more leaning more to the Slayer variation because I feel like this faction, this Legend North, is focusing on more Slayers and a little bit of engineering, like more Slayer mixed with artillery. Slayer pirates, really? They're Slayer pirates? Oh, with missile. Interesting. Oh, so they're gonna be like hybrid. They're hybrids then. Well, are they gonna be unbreakable like other Slayers? Dwarven Sea Slayers, often known as the Slayers Pirate, were once traders turned to piracy on the seven seas after displacement of some rare dwarven ale. So yeah, I think I heard about this. That they went to war because of some booze, some drink, alcohol. I'm not talking about them specifically, but I heard like there's some strange shit that happens like that. An event so harrowing that even the most strong-willed dwarf could crumble at the mere thought of it. They now take the moniker of mercenaries, searching for long-lost loot and returning it to their rightful owners. That's interesting background there. For the right price, of course. Oh wait. Are they gonna be like mercenary? Like damn, what's that shit called? Ogre mercenaries? That could be possible. Who knows? Or maybe like an addition that you could hire them and they could be added from different faction. For the right price, of course, with a cutlass in one hand and a pistol in the other, the Slayer Pirates are a textbook missile infantry unit for the dwarves, festooned with firearms to keep the foes of evil at bay. Missile infantry. Missile infantry. Is that similar? Yeah, I don't know why I stuck on that. Okay. And as for those few lucky regional renowned Slayer pirates have found some of their lost wolf rum, they may come to find that the enemy's melee attacks don't hit quite as hard as they used to. Trick responsibly. So I'm guessing the Regiment Renown version have a debuff that may lower their melee attack or weapon strength, either or. Could be both. But that's interesting. Okay. They already revealed their Regiment Renown. You know what I noticed that yeah, the other two faction hasn't revealed their no. Okay. So Tamarcon did reveal their Regiment Renown units. Yeah. Aspeth was not very too clear on all the Regiment Renown units. Unless I forgot or that shit went over my head. That could be it's one of those two. Grudgeraker Thunderer. I love their missile units. So what kind of what different are they from? What make them different from the Thunderers? Because we already know Thunderers are OP. With the Chaos Dwarf in town bringing their blunderbusses. No, they have something similar. No, hold on. Let me keep on. With the Chaos Dwarf in town bringing their blunderbusses and a fearsome artillery to the battlefield, the Thunderers that fellow dwarf commanders may be familiar with are adapting and have gotten their hands on some new firearms with the Grudge Raker. Okay, but how are they gonna shoot? Are they gonna be like double barrel shotgun? Are you telling me they're gonna be like the blunderbusses? Oh my god, I would love that. This double barrel shotgun prototype by the young master engineer Grim Burlockson can fire a swat of shot into incoming troops and decimate single targets with one trigger pull. They're saying that they're so effing strong that they could actually decimate a single entity with one trigger volley. No. It's a target. So I don't know if it's going to say, are they meant to say the entity that just taking a shot from the, like let's say a Marauders ran up to them. Are you saying like each entities, once they get shot, they're already dead. Like their hit points like is no more. Or they're saying that they could decimate a single entity, such as like giants, with one volley. It's one of those two interpretation I see it as, because they say targets, single targets. So I'm really, it's not bad. I'm not shitting on that. It's just very interesting to how they put it there. Close range infantry squadron of Grudge Raker. Raker? Raker. I think it's Raker, because Raker would be with a C. Like Racker. So it's Raker. Thunderers weren't content with just a new fancy weapon though, as they also keep their one-handed axe close by for when ammo's run dries, which might be nearly impossible because you got Malakai in the army, with a shield on their back to let them hold the front line with ease. Give them both barrels. So I'm guessing, yeah, it's like, if I'm not mistaken, Thunderers are good with melee. No, I know the Crawlers are decent melee. So there might be missile units with decent melee combat traits. It says it on the unit card, or they're actually good defending. But it's holding the front line. So I'm guessing their melee defense is just pretty high. Maybe for missile units, or there are high as. Now, getting to the good stuff, the obvious new unit. Did we look at them? I think we didn't. Yeah. I'm glad they have something like that. Oh my god, that's going to be so awesome. Good, and I don't have to play favor with Chaos Dwarf. But it's a double barrel, so is it going to shoot the same? Like very similar? Or is it going to like spread out just like the blunderbuss? I don't know, man. I want to see them in action so bad. So we will be able to see them in action once they come out with the trailer. I'm guessing it's going to be on Thursday. They've been having a similar pattern with these other two Legendary Lords showcase and blogs. Next up will be Goblin Hewers. I don't know how you pronounce that. Hewers. Not chewers. Hewers. The creation of hold on. Let's take a look at this. Oh, such a nice design. So, oh my god. So the only way I could keep... hold on. I can't see the... Okay, so I can see these. So I'm guessing this is to latch on. I don't know. Maybe it's magnetic attached, because you have to throw with enough force for it to come off and then sling to it. Because otherwise, if you have it just sticking on there, it's not practical. I don't know. I'm thinking too literal with this. However, because look. Okay, so this is how they reload. You see how the hook get onto here, the metal part. No, wait, what the fuck? But there's no metal part under here. No, it's the metal part. Not the go part. The go part... Damn, I can't see that. I can't see it because of his helmet. No, I can't see it. So there's no go part right here. So what the hell? But there's no go part when it's launching out. I don't know, that's fucking confusing. I was just looking at the engineering of it, the design of it. It still looked nice. It's very funny because it's being operated with chain on it, like a fucking bicycle. And it just looked goofy. I don't know. It's funny. I don't know. Hopefully it live up to its hype. I don't know anything about this unit. All I know I can see is just it's designed goofy. It's pretty nice artwork, but axe throwing is very interesting. The axe here is not the same as the axe here, so there might be a need of visual update for this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just asking too much. The creation of Malakai Makaisson have something of a reputation to them, whether it be masterful spirit of Grundy or the infamous Goblin Hewer. This war machine terrifies any that stand before it, as it flings axes across the battlefield with
lethality.
So, like I said, with lethality, speed, and a touch of precision. So I'm guessing their accuracy is going to be really great. And they shoot fast. Who knows? They might shoot like continuously as well, or like a certain rhythm. That might be the case as well. But it says here across the battlefield, so it might be pretty decent range. What the Goblin Hewer lacks is in range. Never mind. In range, it makes up for its ability to shred nearby targets, serving as a burst damage artillery unit for dwarfs when up close and personal, which is going to be really good because there are, I think, the problem was when they get up close to the dwarves, is that all hell break loose, especially when you don't have a really great front line, which is really hard to not have with the dwarves, and you don't have that many artillery that actually can do well. Once they get front and center, you may have to rely on your thunderers trying to flank out in position, or rely on your formation as well, because none of your other artillery will be able to do any damage when they're right there at your front shield. I was gonna say front door, but basically on your front shield. And I think this unit will answer your problem because, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a special range artillery that have not a long range, but like decent enough to go across that before it meets your front line, and they're good enough that when they're at your front line, they can still do devastating damage without hurting your units. And because since all their units are taller than the dwarves, unless you're going against the chaos dwarf, their chaos dwarf warriors versus your warriors, then we have a short this situation. Anyway, we have a short problem. Anyway, as if the enemies of the dwarves were mere stalks of wheat. As if the enemies of I'm sorry. As if the enemies of the dwarves were mere stalks of wheat. Standing between them and victory, the goblin hewer sights its way through this front line, separating skin from bone with sharp projectile and complex design of wheel. Yes, such complex. Okay. Chains and gears. I still find it funny. I love it. I love it. So simplicity, but so complex at the same time. It's just like hey, look goofy, but it does its job. Manned by slayers. Interesting. So, wait. So slayers mend these. Okay, that's interesting. Not a regular engineer, not a regular dwarf. No, none of that goofy shit. A slayer that have taken oath to die in battle is operating artillery. Wouldn't that be against their oath though? If their hope in vanquish in battlefield? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that much. So that might. I don't know. I feel like that may go against their honor or their code, their Slayer code, the Slayer oath. I'm sorry. Manned by slayers, once the goblin hewers has expanded all of his ammunition, the crew charge headlong into battle to keep the blood flowing. Time to reap what you sow. Oh my god, that sounds good. So you're saying that once they finish the ammunition, they just like run up and just start becoming like regular slayer. It's like I said, it's just like very similar to not Noctilus. God damn it, keep saying this in the other videos. What is it called? Necrophects. There we go. That when they reach a certain threshold, health threshold, they release a unit. But I don't know if they spawn in their time. I don't remember if their time, but that would suck. But at the same time, it's very interesting that you don't have to wait for them to die or reach a health, low amount of health. They actually, I mean, once you run out of ammunition, which I'm pretty sure you don't have that much, because I believe this is going to be a special range artillery, meaning they're not going to have as much as a regular artillery ammunition, that they will dismount it and then go into battle like slayers. I feel like they're gonna have like Slayer slap when they get into like when it's mounted. I don't know. That's the confusing trickery part of it. Hopefully they do have Slayer stats And that would be very good because you literally have an artillery deck actually that's worth your money, because it's not, you don't only have to defend them, but they also can contribute in the front line. Uh, it's just crazy thinking about it. But hopefully that's what it is when I interpret it. I see like they're in front of artillery because you can see this is a magma cannon. What the hell is it doing here? You see this, right? This is a magma cannon. I know I'm not tripping. This is not the Chaos Dwarf. This is our Dowies. So yeah, they're charging in. What the hell? I gotta see the video for that for sure. Thunderbarge. Okay, this is the one we saw. That we were looking at, the one with the red thing. All right, got some big ass cannons in the front and looking goofy. See some guys. Oh, shooters. So it's just like the Sky Lantern, just like you have sharpshooters on top here with some your main weapon will be the cannon. So I'm guessing you don't control what they're shooting at, but you control mostly with the cannon. Also, you got some bombardment abilities here. You can actually see the visual attachment of it, which is it's a plus to me, because when you have something and your ability to do something and it's on your entity, it brings out like the how would you say, the artwork, the art of it is it's crazy. Don't know what this is for. I'm guessing this is for landing. Yeah, because it's a ship, so it needs to land. It's not just any old port in a storm with the latest heavy centerpiece unit for the Dwarfs, the one-of-a-kind Thunderbarge. This airborne warship is bolstered by bomb racks, cannons, grudge raker. Oh, grudge rakers, riders. So I'm guessing they have. Wait, is that a double barrel? That could be it. That's even better. In my opinion, that's even better, because the thing about Skylander, and I don't know if I'm getting it right. I'm trying to remember which one was it. It's the one that shoots, obviously, the fireworks, but also shoots like sharpshoot, like with a single, like they're using rifle. But the thing is, once they get close to you, you're not doing that much damage because it's a single shot. And I feel like having the something like a blunderbuss or in this case grudge raker would do significant damage, and actually it would change the outcome of a battle. Whoever run up to you in your face, like going against even like single entity don't do much damage. What they do is just that you need like a single flying entity, like with large attack damage, such as like dragons and stuff like that. But even with bats or harpies, I'm gonna say harpies, and what's the other one? Furies, they could do damage on single flying entity, like on a Skylander, like easily. But if they have these grudge raker, they can actually do some damage to them before they even try to before their certain threshold of their health. I can see it right now. If that's not the case, go fuck yourself. That's all I can say. It's like my imagination always giving them the benefit of the doubt. But wouldn't it be awesome if that was the case? And if and don't get me wrong, if it's even better than the how it works, shit, by all means, let me shut up. But until you prove it wrong, that's about it. Serving as a flying fortress to carry overwhelming amounts of firepower onto the front line, as well as a handy beer, of course, as well as a handy beer hall to keep the pilots inebriated. Okay, so it's pronounced inebriated. As well as a handy beer hall to keep the pilots inebriated enough to consider flying such as a dangerous contraption. I know how to say that, so let me know. Contraption. Yeah. I don't need to look this up. But just in case. Doesn't it mean like trap or something? A device or machine that looks awkward or old-fashioned, especially one that you do not know how to use. Oh yeah, okay. So it's like saying it's like this weird device or this weird shit. Hold on, let me see. Use an example. I'm not getting in that contraption. Like yeah, it's like pretty much like a UFO. UFO. You don't know what it is, so it's unidentified. Like I ain't getting that. Shit. They actually built a rickety contraption and thought it would be enabled to fly. The noisy contraption of an elevator stop one sec. Hold on, let me make sure. A device or machine that looks awkward or old-fashioned, especially one that you do not know how to use. Okay. All right. I guess so. Never mind. I said maybe it's a trap or some shit. That's how you know this is English. It tells you the word, but it doesn't really mean it like that. Damn, who is that? I wonder who they going against that have so much unit on them. The color of these are Slayers. Oh, it's based on their hue. I'm guessing that's the new units. Oh, damn. I already forgot what they call Doomseeker, right? Doomseeker. Yeah, Doomseeker. Because they said Doomseeker are the lone wolves of the Dwarf army. With magic resistant wards tattooed all over their body for protection. Their unhinged minds are made of dangerous by axe attached to their chest. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't say. Why did I think they glow or something? I don't know why I thought they glow or some shit. But I believe that's the Doomseeker. And it actually says they're the lone wolf of the army, and I only see them here. So I feel like that might be the case. And you can see them actually firing, just like I mentioned. Which that's gonna be so dope. Oh my god. You know what? I'm kidding. I'm excited for all three of them. Good for them. Hold on. Let me give you my thought on this. At the end, the opposing forces will prioritize taking this thing down before it gets too close, but they're going to struggle as a special mix of Bugsman ale and is ignited aboard a vessel, triggering thunder burners and ability that slowly tears the. Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta read this again. The opposing forces will prioritize taking this thing down before it gets too close. Okay. But they're going to struggle as a special mix of Bugsman ale is ignited aboard the vessel, triggering the thunder burner, an ability that slowly tears the thunder barge apart in exchange for reaching some incredible speed. Once within range, the Spear of Grundy can be launched, hurling a giant harpoon into the enemy. Oh, does it show it here? Interesting. I never thought of. Wait, is this the harpoon? No, it can't be. Let me see. Hold on. What's that shit called? That can't be a harpoon. Is it a harpoon? That could be a harpoon. I was thinking it's a landing rack, but I don't know. But if it's a harpoon, where would it be located? Yeah, I don't see it here. So the only thing I could think of is from this. That maybe just switch out the ammunition and just like put it into a harpoon, giving it an anti-large ability bonus. I mean, and then said once within range, the Spear of Grungy can be launched, hurling a giant harpoon into the enemy. Embrace imperfection, enact oblivion. Yeah, this sounds really interesting, especially so it tells you that it has an ability called Bugsman Ale that is ignited aboard the vessel, making its speed increases. However, it said in exchange, an ability that slowly tears the thunder barge apart. So I'm guessing it takes damage. I don't know about that. But if you had it with Makaisson army, it would be beneficial because he have like an ability to replenish that. That could be useful. But I think the only time you're going to use that ability is when you're trying to rush into the front line, stuff like that, trying to get back. But I'm pretty sure these are not going to be a slow unit. I might go like about. I mean, it's a flying unit, so I feel like maybe like around 55, 65 meter per second, maybe. Dwarfs Legacy Update. Oh, I forgot about that. They got a Legacy Update. To wrap up our deep dive into the Dwarfs edition in Dwarfs of Decay and Update 5.0, we're going to look at the primary Legacy Update that you can expect, just as we did with Nurgle and the Empire before them. And just like with those two races, the content mentioned below will be completely free to anyone that owns the dwarf in one form or another. Let's go. I'm sorry, I guess you could say it with height, but I'm not going to do that. The Great Book of Grudges. What are the issues with the current system? Grudges aren't as rewarding as they could be in the current system, and those engaging with it may not always be the best course of action, making it feel less important overall. Plus, grudges often push you into doing things you were already going to do, rather than encouraging you to make actual tactful decisions. Thank you. I'm glad they take that in consideration. I'm pretty sure they must have watched dozens of videos and comments about this, because even I had taken a look at the Grudge Book of Grudges, the Great Book of Grudges mechanic, and I was not too fond of it because it's just like not that very interesting. And I get it. It's an old system. It's like, what? It's been like this since the first game, the first Warhammer. I don't know. I never played Warhammer 1, but I feel like that it might be since then. If not, for sure, it's been since part 2. That's for sure. The Grudges being a series of mission also felt like an underutilization of the mechanic, and the features usage on a mechanic map needed some more work. Grudges being a series of missions also felt like hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, because it's more like they're like mission, just like similar mission that you get on any other campaign, regardless which faction or race you play as, which makes it not as unique what the Great Book of Grudges appear to be. And yeah, we will see it like that, and it does feel like you can see it as being used less than any other mechanic that they have available. Grudges were not as urgent as we have liked either. A big part of the Dwarfs' power fantasy is having to right the many wrongs surrounding you, which didn't quite land with the original system. Right the many wrongs surrounding you. I feel like I think there's a Dwarfs inside joke here. I don't know why, but yeah. Like, once again, like I said, it doesn't feel urgent. Just feel like a regular mission that they give you. That's already set in stone, but it's not stone. It's in paper, set in paper. But it's just like it's not as fun. Like it mentioned, tactful. Like it felt like you had to go out of your way to do something that, like, bro, like, come on, man. And yeah, and not only that, once you do fail those one of the mission, you get punished really bad, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I never got to that point, but if I'm not mistaken, like, you do get punished real bad. And I feel like seeing this, I don't think they were ever gonna fix Changeling scheme quest. And the reason why I feel like they're doing a lot more work on these, and than focusing on something they're already committed to. So maybe they'll fix Changeling in one day, maybe some update like a hotfix maybe, or maybe they'll just like put a few things that make them a little more techful, like it's the same thing with this, because there's something that I don't agree on with the quest, that schemes, because like it's really out of your way to think how to deal with this. Like, I understand that, like, it doesn't give you a fighting chance to do something that you may fail. Like, it's out of your hand. So it's weird. I can't, like, it's not wrong, but it's not right at the same time. Like, something is missing. It got to be something like it's in your hand, your decision, to do it or not. Not when like, oh, hey, you it was too late, buddy. You didn't make it in time. You ruined it. You fucked up. You don't get the reward. No. Go fuck off. Like that, that's what I feel like. That's why if you look at my campaign, the Changeling, the current episode I'm doing, I'm trying to see if I can try to do the mission, even though it's say failed, and see if will it override it. Because it makes no sense that if the mission is raise or sack these settlements and got nothing to do with destroyed faction or anything like that, but I failed it somehow. Like it makes no sense. And it wasn't even like some of these, like it wasn't even like 3 settlement. It was like 7. Actually, it had more than 7. It was more than 7. I'm talking about the one in Kante when you raise and sack. It's pretty much like a bunch of settlement that you had to sack and raise. And the interesting part is like, how the fuck did I fail this? Because the reward's not enticing. It doesn't matter. It's like 10% parasitic buildings, which yeah, I mean 10%. Let's see. If it's 300, if it's 10% of that, that's 30. So that's 330. And if you have there is another mission that does increase another 10%. So that's 360. It's not really all that, but at the same time, it's like it's whatever. So wait, 300 of 10%. Isn't? Yeah, it's 300. Yeah, it's 300. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking about 3, but that's only 30. Okay. Anyway, so like that's my only complaint. Like Changeling is fun if you know if you know the main reason to play as them, and you're just there to cause fuckery amongst everybody, and that's what I want to see. I want to see more fuckery in the campaign, not these goofy ass rebellion and they just get wiped out the next turn. Like that makes no sense. Come on. That's not fuckery. That's fuckery to you, to the player. Like it was not rewarding. That makes no sense. Like the rebellion stuff, that was no. Nah, that should have made it stronger, man. That was so stupid. In my opinion, that is stupid. But I might make a video. You know what? I make dude. Maybe this is new to me, but I might make videos of what I think about each faction and campaigns that I play as after I finish them, because otherwise I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I would not keep track of any of them. But since I'm on the road with Changeling, I do want to play as Yambo and Mother Stankia. I was supposed to play as those two at the same time with Changeling, and then play as the Dwarfs and what's his name, Dwarfs, Nurgle, and Empire before the new DLC, but somehow I didn't have enough time. I don't know what I'm doing with my time management, so it's really my fault for not doing stuff, because I really like playing games and I really love want to share, but sometimes there would be times that things happen in my life and it's just like, like I don't want to do anything. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm depressed or anything. But I cannot say, I would not lie about it either. But I would not say I'm depressed, and I would not say I'm depressed, and I will not say that I'm not. Hold on. What the fuck did I just say? Okay. I would not say I'm depressed. There we go. I would not say I'm depressed, but I would not lie about me being depressed. You get what I'm saying? Like this is not the right channel for that. It is what it is. The channel was supposed to be just sharing contents of video games that I like to play and show how I would do it in my way. I'm not saying like this is what you need to do, but like, like people don't understand, like there are people out there that doesn't know how to play a fucking video game. Like there are people don't know how to play Mortal Kombat. I don't. I'm not. If I had to rank, is this a 10 levels of for fighters for Mortal Kombat, I'll rank myself maybe a level 3, and I promise you, I do stuff like you would think is a pro, but I know for sure I'm a level 3. I'm shit. Like I mean, like I used to play against multiplayer, and I used to like fuck around playing as Tribor. What was it? Smoke Tribor in Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat X. Yeah, it's called Mortal Kombat X at that time with Jason, right? Yeah, that's the one. So you get what I'm saying? Like if I'm playing Total War Warhammer 3, I think it's simple when you get to know how this game really work. And there's stuff that doesn't you don't I don't know full extent of it. Like there's stuff like I didn't know you could get a secret character or a hit like, and it's not a secret character. It's like a secret trait. It's a character that has secret trait or a special. They're called special unit or a special character. I don't know what the fuck. And it's very rare. Not many people know about that. You have to actually look at a fucking website, like a Total War Warhammer fandom website to actually learn about these shit. Like you're not gonna know all of the incendiaries followers to get for each fucking race. I didn't know that there's different. There's generic one, there's general one, and there's one specifically for each race. Fucking crazy. I didn't even know at the time that there was specific race items. So like, let's say if you're trying to steal it from an enemy, you can't because that don't belong to you. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. You won't be able to wear it as your own race. It's very interesting how to do that, and that's crazy. But it's just no. It just the point is that to my channel is to there are things that you don't know. No, there's things that you know. Hold on. These are things that you know. These are things that you don't know. And then these are things you did not know. And it's just like, and this is just not even a tip of the iceberg. It's not even touching the tip of the iceberg. It's like, it's going from here to all the way over here. Like you just don't understand. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Makaisson. Sorry to use you. It's just like, it's crazy. That's the type of channel I want to do. And like, especially for this content, my main goal was initially was to how to create the perfect balance army for each race and faction, and like that nothing to do with Doomstack or anything like that. Like to curate the perfect balance, and I lost my initial goal for that because I'm so caught up with so many. Oh my god, so many shit. It's just so fucking annoying. Anyway, let's just where was I? Let's just continue on and let me give you a conclusion. My thoughts on this update so far. What were we? Grudges were not as urgent as we have liked either, as big part of the Dwarfs' power fantasy is having to right the many wrongs surrounding you, which didn't quite land with the original system. Okay. Interesting. So I get it, and I'm glad they had taken notice to it. Like that's the thing about like games like this. It's not about like it's fucked up or anything that they need to fix it right away, but it's also them need to acknowledge it in their own way. They said it themselves. A big part. It says here the grudges were not as urgent as we liked it either. A big part of the Dwarfs' power fantasy is having to right the many wrongs surrounding you, which didn't quite land with the original system. So they admitted that, hey, they wanted to be the grudges. They wanted the grudges, and it's supposed to be as urgent as it's supposed to, but it's not the way it was working out what it was intended to. And not only that, it was supposed to have a theme for it due to the fantasy of dwarves, which is righting all the many wrongs that surrounded you, which, like they said, which didn't quite land with the original system. So I don't know which system you're talking about. Is it the system with the game or the system like the storyline and stuff like that? So that's the type of company you want to support. Companies that they acknowledge their fault. They acknowledge that, hey, this is not quite right. It's not what we intended to. But we're looking into it and see how can we make this the way as it should be, or make it to where that it can compete or be at the same level with every other races right now. Because this is the third installment of the game, and we're at new faction. We're already like at I don't know how many DLC. I think like 3, 4, 4 DLC, and we should expect new. Uh, uh, they need to keep up with the new stuff. That's what I see it as. And then it says here another issue was that you could sometimes get stuck with grudge mission you couldn't complete, which will unfairly tank your severity bar. Now I noticed that one time it did happen to me, and I never understood what the hell happened. So I thought it was part of the game, and I just like fuck off. And now this was off recording, so I never got the chance to show you how I play as Dawi, anything like that. I wish I could, but maybe this time I can with the new DLC. What are we changing? That's a good question. Grudges will now be present and fully visible on the campaign map. Interesting. I wonder how they're going to do it like that. Any faction that perform a hostile action against the dwarf culture earns grudges. Ooh. Interesting. Hey, wait, does that work on us? I mean, wait, so does that work as a player? I'm guessing that works as a player too. Like if you're a player playing as, let's say, I don't know, the Slanesh, I don't know, fucking Nurgle, I don't know, the enemy, like yeah, just like it says, Nurgle. Let's say Nurgle, and you're playing as Nurgle, and you happen to, because there's if I'm not mistaken, in now I don't know about the Immortal Empire, but in Realms of Chaos, you go against these faction, and then you have to take one of the Dawi settlement to complete your full province. So, does it, when you attack them or do anything against them, does it earns a grudge against you as the player from the AI? That's the interesting question, because like they're not very, maybe because I didn't fully read it, but they haven't fully explained that part. As a dwarf player, attacking an army or settlement that has grudges associated with it would award you with the grudge value upon victory. Okay, we're introducing a new system, Ages of Reckoning. Every 10 turns, the dwarves will have a target number of grudges that must be resolved, and a percentage of those grudges have been taken care of at the time of reckoning will correspond with certain rewards. Interesting. Clearing a high number of grudges will result in buffs, bulls, and buffs. New grudge settler unit. I'm guessing you get new units, but based on settling grudges. I think that's what that meant. And even a temporary grudge settler army at the highest rank, but low performance during an age will come with a penalty. Okay, so that's what the percentage that we saw earlier, which was this one, which is this. I'm guessing this is what it is, the Age of Reckoning. And I'm guessing either you perform poorly with the Age of Reckoning, with setting the grudges, you get penalized. I think it decreases. Or there's a mission, or the reward from itself will, I think that's only, I think that's what it means. Like it just decreases the percentage, and they just keep on, and then you get penalized in such a thing. Or when you do complete the grudges at a certain percentage, and depending on the percentage that you on, the amount of reward. Let's say you're at 76%, because so 70. I'm pretty sure 75 and up is you're gonna get full. Well, let's say you only get out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's say there's a fifth reward. We're on the fourth one. We cannot get the fifth one unless we have we're on the last one. So we could get out of those is 4%. Let's say we didn't finish a grudge on time and decrease maybe let's say this is like a 50%. We lost one type of reward. So we only could get 3. If we were to settle a grudge, we were able to get 3 out of it. Or it decreased the value of the reward itself. So let's say you get a grudge settler unit, such as maybe 5 Slayer at 76%, but it go lower at 50%, and you only can get now 3 to 4 Slayers at that time if we were to complete it. It's one of those two things. Sometimes like it's good to write about this, but it's also it needs to be looked at in action because the way you could take it is can be interpreted in so many different ways based on somebody's mindset or how the upbringing. So hope can't wait to the showcase. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Thursday, so you could expect a upload on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be late at night on my time zone. My time zone is what, Chicago? What's that? Chicago? I think is time zone is called Chicago, and so it'll be late at night pretty much because I do work. Oh no, Thursday. Oh, so man, let me not get into that because all right, I'll do this. I'll say this quick. So apparently this Thursday I got my days taken because I didn't meet their efficiency rate. But I'm questioning them because I feel like their expectation time. I do delivery, and I'm not trying to announce precisely which company I do. So they have an estimated time that you need to be back by the station, and let's just say I was supposed to be back by 5, almost every day. But I'm telling them like, bro, like you're basically telling me not to take my breaks because in order to actually finish by 5, or actually not even finish by 5, actually get back by 5. You're basically telling me not to take my 2 15-minute breaks. You're basically telling me not to take my unpaid 30-minute break. You're basically telling me not to walk. You want me to run, deliver as fast as I can, drive as fast as I can, while trying to make sure I don't break any violation by, not even by the law. It's by the system. They have these fucking devices called, I don't want to mention the name, but it's a device that particularly record your action while driving, such as speeding, hard braking. Oh, don't even get me started with hard cornering. Did I say hard braking? Hard accelerating. Things that's not part of the law that they actually, I wouldn't say convict you, but like, say that you violated these terms. Don't touch the phone. Even if you were to drop the phone, that's a violation. If you were to look the other way, let's say you're trying to, if your eye happened to be on the phone, even for a few seconds, it's a violation. They call it distraction. It's very uncalled for because so far I know this company is the only company that does it. I wouldn't say the company itself does it, but so far I have looked at FedEx and UPS doesn't do that. At least not at the time that I heard about. Maybe they might get into it, but like at this time that I know so far, based on my knowledge, FedEx and UPS doesn't not do any of that goofy shit. They don't take picture. We had to take picture, and we really had to take customer instruction very serious. Such as if you want me to deliver in the rear door, I had to deliver in the rear door, unless they call the company, and then I get a write up. I get a write up because I didn't follow that instruction. Sometimes your back door is locked, your gate is locked, and sometimes your gate is like not stuck, but it felt like it's stuck, and I'm not willing to break your door because whether I don't follow your direction or I break your door, it's one of those two. I'm still going to get in trouble. So I'd rather not break a door and get in trouble by not delivering in the back door. Sometimes I text you, say, hey, I deliver in the front door. Have a nice day. It's not that I don't follow your direction. It's just that there's something that's in how would you say, inconvenient for me, because this is a delivery based on performance. Like they're really on your ass. They want you spent no more than 2 minutes, or I think it's no more than a minute, or no more than 2 minutes of delivery at each stops. We run like about 100 to 180 stops a day, averaging over 250 packages. And it's not even a one stop, like it's only one house. It's like sometimes one stop with 4 location, meaning that I had to deliver one house, I have to go across the street. I have to go to the next door. I have to. Sometimes like it's mostly like that. It's just very. So anyway, I lost my day, which is Thursday. This Thursday, because based on the efficiency for last week, that they say that combined my hours, that the time that I got back, that I was 4 hours ahead, not ahead, behind. 4 hours. Oh, so combining all the days that I got back, I was 4 hours combined, which is stupid because you're saying that you combine the hours and you're saying that I'm behind. I was behind for 4 hours. Like, instead of just saying like you were behind this day, like you literally just combine them all. Like, that makes no sense. And so and then you wrote it off as in like the efficiency is low. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? So, and then I thought about it because like they were sending me routes that I had to be back by 5:08. So let's try this. Let's say this. Okay, let's say I start at 9:40, right? Let's say that. Let's say 9:40. This is close to 9 hours. If I had 5:40, okay, I get it. You want me back at 5:08, but mind you, sometimes these route does take 8 hours to 10 hours to finish. I want to say most of the time at 10 hours, that's when we actually busy, really busy. Like we have like over 300 packages and like close to 180 to 200 stops. But look at this. So you're telling me I got to be done 8 hours a route, but by being back, that's not including. You're not considering my break. You're not considering my lunch break. You're not considering the traffic. It's just like, it's unheard of. It's just like something is wrong here, because I feel like what they're doing, they're taking what would you say? They're taking some other companies, their methods, and they're using it on their own. But the problem is that when they're using it with the help of sweepers, meaning someone doesn't have a route and they come behind you and take some of your stops and they actually help you deliver. Now I understand. Now if you take my route, take some of my stops, let's say at least 30 to 60, I will be done by 5:08. But if you expect me to do all of it, expect me to like actually take a break too. Like, but still, like, it's just fucking wrong, because I still should be able to take my break. It's just like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I already see myself not being able to work there. So I'm soon. I feel like I'm gonna lose my job soon, because at the rate that going, and I'm already in an argument with them. Not in an argument. I'm very polite. I'm just like trying to get the bottom of this, because I feel like what they're doing is wrong. Because I'm trying to ask them, who is doing the estimated time to return, because you know what this person sound like? This person sound like they got caught in something, and they're trying to make it seem like, hey, what does it matter of the person say, I don't understand, what does it matter who's doing what? And I'm like thinking to myself, well, yo, the reason why I would want to know is because it's all about accountability. Who do I argue, or don't even argue, who do I complain to? Do I complain to my manager, or do I complain to the person who's operating the AI? Because supposedly the AI does the routes. So you get what I'm saying? You don't want to blame it on somebody and it's not their fault. I want to complain to the right person. And the fact that you dare to tell me that what doesn't matter shows that you're either part of it or you just don't give a fuck. It's one of those two. I mean, yeah, you can say no. It's just like that, because the way you reply to me like that shows that you're either part of it and you don't want to tell the truth because you get fucking in trouble. It's just like so fucking goofy. It's just so, I don't know. You have no idea how stressful this shit been going on, and I'm really trying to make my way to trying to become a private banker and stuff like that, like learning how to authenticate my birth certificate. But enough about that. Like, I don't know why I'm going around. I guess like I'm just holding this shit in, and I have no what to talk about. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's the type of shit. So I was so oh yeah, the reason why I was talking about this because yeah, you will be seeing a showcase upload not late at night because of fortunately for me, I got my days taken from on that day, and so I should be able to upload that around noon, depending on the time I wake up. But let's moving on. Oh my god, I'll be so embarrassed. What the time of the recording? But moving on. Where were we? Where are we? Where were we? There we go. We already saw this, which is really nice. This is very interesting. Legendary grudges. Ooh, legendary grudges are also available. I don't know if that's new, but sound pretty wicked here. Legendary grudges are also available and are grand mission that benefit the entire dwarf culture when resolved. For example, taking the fight to Skaven Blight and the Hell Pit will reward you with a unique army ability to summon Dwarf Miner in your own territory now that they're no longer under threat of Skaven attack. Or you may also attempt to rebuild the Karak Encore, unlocking the underway travel network, which allows fast travel between Karaks. Ooh, are they gonna have something similar to Gardenmore? You slick, CA. This is that nah, you bullshitting. Nah, bro, we gotta try this out. Yo, you gotta. I can't wait to the showcase. If they're showing this, yo, oh my god, bullshit. You making me happy. You have no idea how excited I am for these three. These three legendary lords so far have sound so fucking exciting. Like I had never been so excited of a DLC to actually play as. Like Chaos Dwarf was one of my hype DLC because like there were new like new race, new units, like new mechanic, new campaign. Like it was not a fucking joke. But this is the old race with new shit coming in. That's like to do that shit to make it exciting, turning old stuff to new is props to you, bro. Props to CA because but the thing is this is good on paper, so we really need to look at it in action. Then we got here, and especially with that dwarf miner summoning like them, what they're gonna do? Pop out the fucking ground? Yo, I can imagine them popping out on the fucking ground like causes terror. Like, oh my god, where are these short fuckers coming from? Or they'll be like, oh no, they were there the whole time. We just couldn't see them because they're short. Anyway, but this is very interesting. This is really interesting how they thought about this. This is like very unique. This is what I'm talking about, like having like a unique theme, a certain theme for each race and faction. That's what this game needs. Some few of them have that, but it's not all of them. That's the problem. Like Tyrion's just basic bitch. It's just like, you know, it just, I feel like one day I'm pretty sure they're gonna all get rework. I don't know if it's gonna be like on a next DLC or the next two DLC, but for sure it's gotta be one of the it's gonna be another major update. It might be like around 7.0 or 8.0. That's gonna be a major update for all the races that get updated. Just to get a retweak. Some of them just need a little touch up, and some of them just needed, like, you know, renew their mechanic in such a way that like it just keep at the level. Like everybody's fine. It's just that but you had to play it your old way. It just, but new enemy. That's what sucks. But this is very interesting. CA, I gotta give you props with this. Hopefully it's not too goofy that you have to do stuff like this, but you know, like I said, we just got to see the showcase for it. Confederation can be earned by outgrudging your fellow legendary lords. After exceeding the amount of grudges another lord had earned, plus an additional amount, you can confederate the other faction via the Book of Grudges panel. Oh, how's that going to work? Is this something like similar like the Lector count? Good job. This is a really interesting concept that you have here. Wow. I would never thought of something like this. They really have put some thought in this shit. Yeah, I would like to see how that work. So you literally have, so pretty much you're not out grunging, pretty much getting fame of the mission that it's like pretty much having the most achievement. Well, it's like very similar to the Chaos Dwarf, because the Chaos Dwarf, the way it works, you have to have the most seat, if I'm not mistaken. The more seat you have, the more power you have, the more the more capability you have to confederate with other faction easily. And I think the only faction we're missing is I think you're missing like 2 to 3 faction so far that's on the map. It's Conclave of the server on Conclave, and I think the one that's in the blue, teal blue with red, the one that you go to war with, pretty much. But I forgot what it was. But this is really interesting. I like that. We feel that this new system for this great book of grudges expand upon the fantasy you expect to have when playing as a dwarf, offers a reliable confederation of your fellow legendary lords, and makes for much more interactive, rewarding experience as you right all those wrong. Now, okay, we're still on this technology tree. What are the issue with the current system? The original technology tree for the dwarves is massive, so much so that it can be tricky to keep track of and engage. I'm pretty sure they're gonna break it down just like they did with the Nurgle one, with the military and what was it? Military and building? Oh shit, I forgot the other one. But we'll break it down. What are we changing? Not wanting to remove tech from the dwarf, we now split the original tree into 2 tabs. Yeah, like this, tabs, with a guild tab and a clan tab, respectively. And we've done a full sweep on all effects. Nice. So, obviously, they're not going to remove it. You're not going to remove anybody's tech. The only one that doesn't have tech tree, that so far I know, is, what's his name? Not Daniel, but everybody refer him as Daniel. And those who do not know who's Daniel, he's pretty much Yuri. If you have yet to play the prologue, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yuri was the first. He's not the first demon prince, but he's the one with the he's a demon prince from Demon of Chaos, and you play as him. And the only tree-like research is his what's that shit called? Ooh, what is that shit dang called? Items, sorry. Weapon is the item. Fuck, man, that shit slipped over my head. And well, not really. The favor, the dedication that you give to certain gods, or all gods, before you make the final decision, your full dedication, that you get items with it, and then you get like some benefit from it as well. So that's, if you think about it, it's not really research. It's more like it's the only research tree that doesn't need to take turns to actually get to certain dedication research certain technology, and the reason why, because you can actually go to war. Fight so many times. You get so much dedication in one turn that you can actually get so much benefit from it. So yeah. Anyway, building chains. What are we changing? We're making some tweaks to the dwarf building chains. One key example of which is the level 5 building, the Traders Guild Hall, which will grant off gold every turn. Off gold was, before the changes, quite tricky to play around. You often had far too little, or on the other end, more than you could ever need. This change should help alleviate that stressor. Now, they have changed. They are tweaking with the oath goals, so let's see. Hopefully, we'll see they do good with that. They haven't explained fully what they do, or maybe this is what they do. Grant oath goal overturn. I don't know if that's the case. The Forge. What are we changing? Excuse me. We had a look at Forge items and done a full polished pass to make them advance in smaller increments, and so that you won't always need a specific resource to forge certain item. It's a smaller change than those mentioned prior, but giving them the system a light polish nicely adds to the overall improvement made to the dwarves with this next update. Now, hopefully, it does take into consideration with fighting with the demons and stuff like that, and hopefully they do have some bonuses such item. And I'm pretty sure we're going to find one item that's really OP. They may say small polish, but I'm pretty sure there's something. Up next, for more detail on Malakai Makaisson and to see this deranged genius in action, keep an eye on our official channel for the final showcase. We'll be back this week to delve into summer edition free content arriving with update 5.0, including a free a legendary lord that absolutely no one has already figured out yet. Nah, we did. As well as the introduction of the Nemesis crown. And as always, you can expect a full suite of patch notes for update 5.0 the day prior to launch, and you can reach us about things Total War and C8 community forum or the official Total War Discord server. See you on the battlefield by the Total War team. So I have mentioned before that lately these three Legendary Lords in these new DLC, the Thrones of Decay, is they've made it to a point that they're very exciting. I thought Malakai would be my least interest, but after reading this, am interested. Not as interested as Espef and Termacon, but I am interested. That's for sure. It's not like I thought one of these Legendary was going to be out the door. But the fact that we have another Legendary Lord upcoming, which is the free Legendary Lord. Now, I do not know if they're going to do a little showcase for this. Hold on. We'll be back later this week to delve into some of the additional free content arriving with update 5.0, including a free Legendary Lord that absolutely no one have already figured out yet. As well as the introduction. But I could have sworn they did mention it in either from their DLC or their they already mentioned it in the trailer too. If you saw it, what I was talking about, if you saw the showcase of Kaisk, I think they mentioned it there. So in the trailer, in the where when they first showed Kaisk, at least that's how he pronounced it. But no, he I think he pronounced it Kaisk. I pronounced it Kaisk, and I'm still call it Kaisk. So anyway, Kaisk, and the new legendary lord was right next to him. He was the one that was on a pelican, and I thought it was a new generic hero, but it's not. This the lord. His name is Epidemus. I think that's his name, Epidemus or Epidemius, some shit like that. And I might I don't know if they're gonna show a video of him, but I will cover on a video. It's I don't know if I feel wrong doing this. I don't know if I can. It's on one of his who was this YouTuber name? Milk and Cookie, I believe that's his name, or TW Milk and Cookie. Like I don't want to use his content without even getting credit, but you know what? I'll make sure I'll give him put a link under it if we're looking to it, and so that way I don't want no credit from him. I just want to go over what is new for the new. I do not want to look into their the showcase of their gameplay of these new Legendary Lords, because I feel like it defeats the purpose of me wanting to play it myself. I understand the purpose of looking at those is to see if you really you may be interested in, but I'd rather be disappointed than on my first hand play through than watching somebody else to do it, because I won't get the same satisfaction they are having or the same fun that they're having. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But other than that, now keep in mind there was supposed to be another new DLC after the Thrones of Decay. Now there's a possibility, because they never mentioned what might come up. There is a possibility, in my opinion, that it might be Khorne versus Slaanesh. I know definitely it's got to be Slaanesh in there because based on the color, but it did kind of look reddish, so it could be possible that Slaanesh and Khorne in it, maybe vice versa, or it's not. But definitely it's Slaanesh. But what would be the other two Legendary Lord? That's a good question. It could be Slaanesh with Dark Elves with High Elves, maybe Marathi will get her demonic form. I did not know. I don't know if that's really true. I do know that it's just like a little artwork that about her. So there might be a I don't know. Maybe she might get her demonic form from there. And I think Sigval will get a demonic form too, right? I don't know. I think so. I don't know if he does or not. But if that's the case, that might be brought to it, or it could be some other faction race that we may not thought of that might be included with Slaanesh. In my hope, because I'm really looking forward to Slaanesh. I like Slaanesh in a way. It's weird because out of all the Chaos God, I would think I would like Khorne the most. But to me it's between Nurgle and Slaanesh, which is very interesting because I don't know why am I like that. I'm very keen to Slaanesh, then Nurgle, then Khorne, then Tzeentch. But depending which lord you're using, I might go with Khorne or Tzeentch. So it's vice versa. It's almost like I like them all equally, but at the same time not. It's weird feeling to it. But I will look into getting one of the DLC. So we might DLC would I get all three of them at the same time? Which DLC which campaign would you like me to see me play? Whether it's the Termacon campaign, as Elspeth campaign, or Malakai campaign, or play all three of them at the same time, and to upload all three of them at the same time to get the best of all three at once, or vice versa. So the question is like, which should I get first to play first as well? Let's not think about the DLC. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get all three of them anyway, but it gonna be depends who do I get first. That's the question, because I'm really interested on all of them now, and who I want to play, who I would think I will have most fun will be the Empire, because I'm pretty sure the Empire is gonna have more enemy than Termacon, and because I'm pretty sure you could get more fun with Termacon, but like I don't know, it's fucking annoying to decide. They're all very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Let me see what else. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I could think of. CA have done really good job of looking into their DLC now and their faction, the Legend Lords and their faction mechanics and stuff, and making it look like they're very enticing and look like they will be fun to play as. Not no goofy shit like because the last DLC, the Shadow Change, did not have. They're supposed to have a theme to it, like espionage, fuckery, and then the other one was like all curses, a hex, and blessing. And but it wasn't. It didn't sit right as well. It's not. It's not perfected. It wasn't to the point like what I'm looking at towards the Decay. Like it has a reason to it, but Shadow Change didn't fit the glove. It was there, but it's not entirely there. I know they updated to the point that they add more units and stuff like that, but I feel like that's not only the case. It was a little bit more missing, but it actually helped with those new units they added on, and they fixed some few things. But there's something missing that DLC that needed to be done, and I'm pretty sure I don't hope they fix it right now. To focus on what it needs to be done now. You already got it to the point that it's good enough, not great, but it's good enough to play. But when you have the extra time to actually get to look into what needs to be fixed, but hopefully after all this done, and once I get to playing, I can't wait to the new roadmap. Well, actually, it's not a new roadmap. It's supposed to be like they never mentioned what would be the last one. Okay, so I was looking at it, and I'm thinking I'm going to show that after the what's his name, Epidemus showcase. Then I'll show you the roadmap that was supposed to be and what will be the next DLC. But anyway, well, with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about this the Malakai Makaisson blog, and what do you see? What would you like to see me play? Which campaign you would like me to see play? And this is Alpha Omega. I'll see you next time.